Kids Undercover is about tackling the issue of youth homelessness. It's about providing safe places for young people to live and then giving them the skills to be independent contributors in their community.
It had been 10 years since we'd seen our eldest daughter. She just went off the rails by the time she was 16. She got in the wrong crowd, and all we can do as a family is take her 3 children in. They've become our kids now. When we first got the kids, we were crammed in here like sardines. He was sharing with Rez, and that wasn't working at all, was it, Rez?
Not at all.
He was really stressed out. He was a kid that had been through a lot. He would do things like crawl under the table and just make these horrible animal noises. And when Rez was sharing a bedroom with him, he would stand on his bed and just pee everywhere.
It was a bit frustrating at first, so I found myself sort of not being here as much as I would normally be here when they weren't here, so it was a bit hard at times, you know, like trying to do school and trying to do homework and stuff with that kind of frustration.
When you put the overcrowding in with blended family, a lot of tensions in the home, you've got a recipe for disaster. And often you'll find a teenager will be at the end of their tether and decide that they just want to move out of home, and then they go and start staying with friends and couch surfing, and then worst case scenario is they actually end up on the streets. So something just as simple as extra space can really provide something that makes a difference to keeping a family together.
Kids Undercover come along with the idea of a bungalow in the backyard for Rez because he was stressing out. He was more likely to leave home too early.
I've been through my parents bashing me. I've been molested, and I have been, I've been through a lot of heartache. And then when I was had Hayley's dad, I went through bashings, and like he was hurting my children in the wrong ways. And I've tried to not put my children through that and trying to get them to have a happy life.
There's 5 children in this house, and it's really hard to get along with each other because we're always fighting. We applied for the bungalow for Kids Undercover because then I could do my homework like in the bungalow, so then no one will annoy me and I'll have my own space.
Kids Undercover has a very efficient and professional process. An approved care agency puts in an application to us where they have a young person at risk for a bungalow. We approve the release of that, we build the bungalow, and the care agency then reports back to us regularly about the success of the young person and the state of the facility. If we work to keep young people off the streets and to keep them at home, it seems logical that we will then support them into their independent adult lives. And the only way to do that is through education.
As I've grown up as a child, I haven't had a very supportive environment as if I've moved around from home to home throughout the family and foster home.
What's that?
It's a giant.
That's a fox.
I'm studying to be a nurse, and I'm studying to be that so I can support Shaylee. I think having an education is very important because it opens so many other doors and gives you opportunities.
Kids Undercover is helping me to take steps towards doing that for Shaylee by just supporting me financially, basically with helping me get my textbooks, helping me have the facilities such as a computer and a desk to do my study at home, whereas I wouldn't have that financial support from anywhere else.
Youth homelessness is a community responsibility. Kids Undercover believes that every young person deserves a safe place to live, and we need everyone who can to help us provide that.